Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the shop. And Bailey. So, I got several pieces of viewer mail to share with you. And thought this would be a good time to knock this out. Today I come in here and where it's somewhat warmer than down at the other shop. But I didn't want to share the couch. Anyway, I got some international viewer mail. First up being from Emma Ritson over in Australia, Queensland apparently. She's got a YouTube channel, Emma's Spare Room Machine Shop. Does a lot of model work on her channel. So you should check that out if you're into that kind of thing. So I was supposed to give some of these to Steve. He was here the other day. If I had opened this, I could have given him some. But I think he's already got some anyway, because I saw him, I'm pretty sure I saw him on his channel with some as well. So, if anybody wants some of these stickers, I've got several of them here, looks like. And I can forward them on for her, because it's not cheap to send them here. Looks like it was $3 to ship this little next to nothing. Of course, it came most of the way around the world, so not sure how that works, but I ordered an electrical connector off eBay that's coming from China, and it was 99 cents free shipping. So how I can get here from China for 99 cents, I have no idea, but I guess we'll see if it ever shows up. And from a bit closer, but certainly significantly more expensive. This came from Phil and Pierre out of Canada. Got a nice lot of goodies here. And I sent some large tooling for the Monarch lathe as well. But this is the main thing. You've likely seen some of these around some of the other channels, although it's not this particular one. This is a special one, which you saw in my videos, I believe from Mr. Pete's Meet and Greet. If you watch that one, check this out. The beautiful, special, Brian-sized machinist jack. I believe this was made out of 4140. Well, it was heat treated after they made it. I think it's just as processed. The fit on this top, there it goes. Full of oil in there, and it won't come back off. It'll almost hold the jack up. But you can take his top off and put different styles on. Look, isn't that pretty? So I mentioned you normally use these in pairs when they were here, and sure enough, they sent the pair. The only pair in the world. So that's super cool to have the pair of jacks. And I sure appreciate it, Phil and Pierre. It's a great gift, and I'll definitely use them proudly. Bailey appreciates them too. Let's see what else they sent. Yep, got some these 6s. No 8s. Yeah, it's a big tool in there of it. Got a size 8 CNMM. These all the same. Same insert, two different grades. That one's the same as that one. Yeah, so I got two that are 8/68 and P35 grade, and two boxes of 8/68 that are P25 grade. I'm not super familiar with the Samick numbering system. If 35 is the tougher or the sharper, or more long lasting. 40/35 looks like a more blunt edge than the 25, so I'm going to say it's for the more extreme abuse as far as grades. One of you Samick experts can tell me for sure if that's the case, if 35 is the tougher or the sharper. It's going to be the boring bar or the holder for it, I think. Yeah, that's the holder for it. Coral turn. Brand new, so that's really nice. We can try that out on the lathe and see how it does when I get it fired up. And I have to come up with some kind of big material to cut on it. I don't really have anything laying around here big material wise that I need to rip giant chunks out of. Normally that's not terribly affordable unless you're needing to take giant chunks out of some large piece of steel, which at the moment I don't have any calls for. But maybe some job will show up and present itself that needs reduced chips from a large diameter, and this will be perfect. So thank you very much, Pierre and Phil. This was a great lot, and I definitely didn't have any size 8 inserts previously. 6s was the biggest I've used in the past, so this will get to be a new scale size to match the new scale of the Monarch. Also, I bought some tooling recently. This is a steel V-block set. I broke one of my cast ones. They say they're cast steel, but they're not. They're cast iron. So watch into that if you're purchasing cheap V-blocks off eBay. And it looks like these are not what they're supposed to be. So I have to be going back. Another one. Traverse Tool occasionally has some pretty good sale deals that appear in my email box, and this was one of those. We had a big discount on drill bits the other day. And I decided to treat myself to some left-hand drill bits, because I've not ever had any left-hand drill bits, and I know that they have plenty of worth and value in a job shop. So So I got some Drillco cutting tools. It says Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but it doesn't specifically say these are made there. The Hewitt box says made in USA. Oh, just say half HSS USA. So. My very first set of left-hand drill bits. They look nice. They're sharp with good points and not a thick edge. Well, they look like they're nice drill bits. Hopefully these will prove to be a worthwhile investment. All the new acquisitions that have come into the shop lately. The other day I went with Steve Summers, my nearly neighbor YouTube friend, and helped him pick up a bandsaw and a surface grinder that had been offered to me, but I already have both of those things. So I decided to pay him forwards and pass them on to him if he wanted them, and he said that he did. So I said, well, come on over and we'll get these things so that they don't wind up going to the junk. So you can follow along on his channel as he tries to resurrect and go through and check out those machines and see if they're worthwhile or what sort of attention and stuff they need. They were both kind of an unknown as far as their working capacities. You know, as far as what kind of shape they're in. They're just old machine tools, and you never know about that kind of stuff, what kind of shape it's going to be in, as to whether you'll be able to use it as is or you're going to have to give it a lot of love first. Here's a clip from helping him move. Well, we're out here today doing a machine tool rescue with Steve Summers. We just got done doing the dance, getting this stuff loaded up on the trailer. Got a big do-all horizontal saw and a little Kent surface grinder. Going to a new home to get brought back from the dead.
Hopefully so, yeah. Hopefully so. In time.
Here's the man to do it right here.
Yeah.
So, a lot of you guys know this fella, Steve Summers.
How you doing?
He's almost my neighbor and got his own YouTube channel by the name of Steve Summers. So, you can get to see a series on these sometime in the future of whatever happens to them.
Well, you know, we'll see. We'll see. You know, it'll take some time, I'm sure. But you know, I don't, of course, need a bar feeder and stuff on a big saw. I'm not that kind of production. You know, I'm small scale. But the saw, you know, is a nice saw in itself. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Got a lot of capacity there, and looks like to me if a guy wanted to get creative, he could set that up to do miters with too without too much trouble. It's got enough throat width that you could get stuff through it on a pretty good angle. And
yeah, it actually, it's a super nice saw. You know, it'll be a lot of work, but you know, we'll see.
It's better than the one he had anyway.
Yeah, and it's better than going to a scrap yard.
So need lots of love and attention. But
yeah, she's had a couple run-ins.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to move or handle, so you can easily see how that happens.
It's definitely awkward, that's for sure, and fairly heavy.
Yeah, but one skid steer and two guys, we got her loaded. Didn't take too long either. Spent maybe an hour or so probably getting this up on the trailer. And it would have been easier if it wasn't disappearing into the mud, but that's all we have around here most time. Yeah, seems anymore.
Especially this time of year. It seems like all it's done's rain.
So.
Man, that is a heavy saw, for sure. Heavy build.
Well, laid out before me here is a fine assortment of tooling that I don't get to play with very often. I'm somewhat familiar with them, but I don't have a lot of experience with them personally. It is Burnishing Tools. Was able to pick up a few assortments of tools at an auction, and this was in a lot that I picked up, and I've been going through trying to put all the pieces together and make a couple of burnishers. If you don't know what a burnisher is, it essentially takes a bored hole that was single point board that has a rough surface finish and rolls it to a very fine finish diameter with a very high finish. Deforms the material and makes it harder in that particular location, and is really nice, particularly for dowel pen holes, because you can get that real super tight fit, and it's also got a more packed in material so that the dowels don't have the tendency to get loose over time if they're subjected to high loads. And I've got a couple of different sizes put together here. I've got a quarter, and it's a self-feeding one. I've got a half that is powered. This is a half also, I think. Now this is a 7/16 self-feeding. This is a 5/8 self-feeding. And 8/44, kind of a specialized size. Also self-feeding. And I got an extra one of those. And I've got a large assortment of extra components for them, and a few different sizes to try and put together. There's a one for bottoming hole, .3/8 bottom. I don't know if I've got the rollers or dowel for it. Got a body here for a 3/4, but I don't have the rest of the components for it. We've got a 1/2" OD burnisher. Got actually 2 sets of that stuff. So if anybody has any of these Cogsdill burnishing components, the shop boss will be interested in collecting a few more of those. Some rollers and keepers and just whatever might be laying around in this kind of size range. I would really like to have some larger ones, but I also think they're really expensive. But mainly if I could put together a set of nominal size ones would be nice. I'd like to be able to put this 3/4 one together. I've got the base, but the thrust is not here, and I think I've got the right pin for it and rollers, so I really just need all the stuff that goes for one of these bodies to reassemble the thrust section. If anybody has that laying around, I would be interested in it. Otherwise, I guess I can call Cogsdill and buy it new if I decide it's something I want to invest in. But on a future project, you'll be able to see some of this type of stuff getting used. We've got some stuff in mind to use it for. Well, I'll get all this sorted back out and cleaned up out of the floor and put it in a drawer until it comes time to use it later on. I hope you enjoyed this little share about what's going on around here and these great gifts that I've been blessed with. I certainly appreciate it. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, I'll catch y'all later.